$1,200 monthly checks for everyone. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to focus on $1,200 monthly checks for everyone, plus a $600 monthly kicker for some people in some instances. Believe it or not, this is in the possession of lawmakers right now and something they could implement because it would be implemented on a nationwide level, meaning all across the entire country, everybody in every state. And that's what I want to talk about here in this video, because that would be life-changing for a lot of people, especially with everything going on right now with the high inflation over the last couple of years, and also the implementation of robotics or automation or AI, as we've talked about previously in other videos. Let's get into it and talk about the details, and again, what this encompasses and what it would mean for all of us right here looking for some monthly checks or a little bit of additional money right now to help us out during this really tough time. Let's get into it and talk through the details. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It is totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the latest details, hitting the wire, doing all the research, and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay posted on what is actually going on and anything popping up right now that may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, or anything popping up that you can possibly grab and or take advantage of, including but not limited to money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, stimulus, monthly checks, things like this. All of it I'm watching very closely and bringing it to you every single day, and of course advocating on your behalf in any way that I possibly can. As we all know, it's a busy time and things are changing very rapidly. So again, thanks for being here. I truly do appreciate it. I'm here for you every single day in any way that I possibly can be. Let me know down below in the comment section, what can I do to better serve you and provide more value to you in these short videos. Again, I'm watching everything for you. That's my dedication. That's my promise. And as always, I'm sticking to it. So again, please subscribe down below. I truly appreciate literally every single one of you here in this community. We need to stick together right now, and let's get into it and talk about the details of $1,200 ongoing monthly checks plus that $600 kicker that I mentioned earlier. What is all this? What is the legislation that is currently in Congress right now? Which, by the way, I'll tell you the name of it. If you'd like to look it up, by all means, go for it. That is totally fine as well. But I'll break down all the details for you and discuss where we stand with this thing as of right now, because we all know things are changing. Economically, things are changing. Now, really fast here, you might be thinking, okay, what does anything economically have to do with ongoing monthly checks for us? It actually plays a major role in this, okay? I've talked about this before in other videos, but let me discuss this really fast here. So, we all know that automation, sophisticated computers, AI, robotics, things like this are taking over huge percentages of the economy right now. Now, it's still on a very small scale relative to the entire economy, but as you know, as I mentioned before in other videos, a huge percentage of the economy are at risk of potential total automation. In other words, humans are no longer needed to conduct a lot of the tasks and a lot of the work out there performed, because they can just do it by a robot. They can work 24/7, 365, and they don't need to pay a human to do that, right? So there's a lot of businesses out there, a lot of corporations, things like this, that are implementing a lot of these measures right now, and the predictions are over the next 5 to 7 or even 10 plus years, a lot of our economy is going to be 100% automated or run by sophisticated computers. In other words, AI, right? Artificial intelligence. So this is kind of weird that's going on, but this is the reality that's happening right now, and again, why I want to talk about the details of how all this translates into ongoing monthly checks. Now think of it this way. When somebody goes out to a job, or they have a side hustle or a small business or whatever it happens to be, doesn't really matter, but if they go out there and they earn income, when somebody earns income, what do they do with it? Generally, a lot of people spend it. Now, obviously, maybe a small percentage of it is saved. Maybe a small percentage of it is used to pay down bills or pay rent or something like that. But for the most part, when we earn money, for the most part, most people spend the majority of that money on necessities, on housing, on, gas for the car, a new car, clothing, all kinds of things like this. We go out there and we spend money, right? For the most part, a lot of people do this, right? Well, we all spend money to some degree, but how much is actually being spent? Again, that's totally different, the percentages, things like that. But as a result of this, with all of us going out there earning money, spending money, things like that, we're stimulating the economy. However, think of it this way. If a huge percentage of the population is no longer working because of automation, AI, robotics, sophisticated computers, things like this, well then guess what? If people are not earning money, where's the money going to come from to stimulate the economy? You see what I'm saying here, right? So as a result of that, there's been a lot of talk out there about, hey, we need to be prepared now so that in the event that all of this actually takes over and huge percentage of the population are no longer working as a result of all of this that I'm talking about here in the video, then we need to do something about that. And here comes guaranteed basic income, or in other words, some people refer to it as universal basic income. Guaranteed basic income and universal basic income are two very different things, but they're still very similar at the same time, but there are a couple key differences between them. But think of it this way. Ongoing monthly checks. So whether you talk about it as UBI, universal basic income, GBI, guaranteed basic income, or monthly checks, it's all referring to basically the exact same thing. The distribution of ongoing monthly checks for a certain group of people for a specified amount of time, or in some cases as well, infinitely, as in other words, just forever, right? So as a result of that, now let me talk about what's going on and the legislation that is currently in Congress right now. Now, I want to point this out as well before I get into it any further. No, it has not been passed yet, okay? But again, if you want to look this up, by all means, feel free to do some research. If you'd like to, you can look it up and you can read all about it. It's out there now, okay? Anyway, the name of the legislation is called the Support Act. The Support Act. Feel free to look it up. But anyway, here are the details about this and why I want to share this with you, because all the economic changes that we're seeing and the loss of employment, in other words, all of this robotics and AI and artificial intelligence and things like this taking over many different sectors of the economy, this is very important. Again, people are losing jobs. People are being replaced by something that just runs automatically and does not need supervision or even need to show up to work. It just is there working constantly 24/7. 365, okay? So this is very important to take into consideration. But as a result of the Support Act, here's what they would want to do. This is what's being proposed in this legislation: to send out ongoing $1,200 monthly checks for virtually everybody. Now, it would not include literally everybody, but it would include a huge percentage of the population. 80+% of the population, according to the numbers right here. Let me tell you the breakdown of this. So what they would want to do is send out these $1,200 ongoing monthly checks for anybody as an individual with an income under $75,000 a year. Again, gross income as an individual, $75,000 or less per year. Now next, as a married couple, $150,000 or less would be the threshold as far as somebody being eligible for this. Now, somebody with an income threshold right there that I just mentioned, whether single or an individual or a married couple, whatever it happens to be, remember the $600 kicker that I threw out there, for anybody that has a dependent also under the age of 17 or under, would also have this extra $600 kicker on top of that. Per person, per dependent, up to 3. So we could be talking about thousands upon thousands of dollars every single month for a family of 4, family of 5, something like this. Even a married couple with an income under that $150,000 a year, you'd be looking at $2,400 a month. That's $28,800 a year is what that comes out to be for a married couple. That's craziness right there, right? That is a lot of money that'd be going out to a lot of people. Now, something else I want to focus on as well. This will be all-encompassing nationwide, okay? What do I mean by this? Let me give you a quick example. Remember back in 2020 and early 2021, we got 3 stimulus checks, $1,200, $600, and $1,400. These were all nationwide programs. In other words, distributed by the IRS, the Treasury, things like this. They distributed them. It was not on a state-by-state level. It was not on a county-by-county or city-by-city or local level. It was nationwide, all-encompassing. All 50 states and U.S. territories were included, okay? Well, for the most part, okay? But as a result of that, this is what I mean by nationwide. Now, we also recognize at the same time, there are many of these different guaranteed basic income programs that are out there right now on the city-by-city level, the local level, the county level, things like this in specific states. Are those nationwide? No, they're not. Reason I say that is when those programs pop up like that, on a very small level, as in a county level, a city level, a local level, the only people that would be potentially eligible for that are the people that have fallen into the parameters within that local area. That is not all-encompassing. That is not nationwide. In this situation, just like the stimulus checks that we saw a few years ago, 2020 and 2021, those were nationwide, okay? Distributed by the federal government, okay? Huge difference. Federal government versus state government versus local government, huge difference. Federal government is all-encompassing across the entire country. So, Again, obviously, it's not approved as of yet. It is not something that has been passed through Congress yet, but it is definitely something we want to continue watching very closely because at the end of the day, because of all the reasons that I laid out here in this video, we want to continue watching this. If we continue to see the economy losing tons and tons of jobs, as in people no longer working because their job was replaced by a computer or a robot or AI, something like this, eventually, with the huge percentages that are out there right now, as far as the millions upon millions of people that may be losing their jobs in the matter of the next few years here, as a result of this, we've heard from many high-profile people that we're likely going to need some type of guaranteed basic income program just to basically keep the economy afloat. Because think of it this way. Do robots pay taxes? Do robots get an income? No. Does AI get an income or pay taxes? No, right? So as a result of this, we need somebody to continue to consume. We need somebody to continue to get money, as in get income, consume, as in buy goods and services, also stimulating the economy and paying those taxes like what they have in place right here, right now, right? So very interesting situation that's playing out right now. But again, we're still kind of on the leading edge of this, but this is going to continue to evolve very, very quickly here over the coming years. And everything I'm reading on this is very interesting to watch, right? It's very interesting. At the same time, you got to be prepared. We need to be proactive about this. And that's what some lawmakers in Congress are doing right now with the Support Act. Kind of looking at this whole situation, playing out how this would actually, be approached and how this would be implemented at some point in the event that all this actually does play out. And it will. It's only a matter of time here. So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention really quickly here to let you know what I'm seeing out there, what is being introduced, what is floating around out there, and the potential of these ongoing monthly checks. Again, $1,200 for an individual, for $2,400 for a married couple, plus that $600 kicker. So again, if you'd like to look it up, the Support Act, feel free to check that out if you want to. Otherwise, I'm going to continue watching this one very closely, and we'll have to see what happens through the entire year of 2024. Whatever happens, obviously, in November, we will all have to see here, but all of that is going to play a major, major role for the next 4+ years. Probably beyond that even, okay? So, again, I'm not here to take political sides. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to persuade anybody. That's not my style. I don't want to do that. But I'm just simply saying, we all know it's going to be important. Very, very important, right? So, anyway, I'm here for you in any way that possibly can be. Again, if you have not done so, make sure to subscribe down below. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I have linked down below in the description. Some great content there as well. Check out those videos. Otherwise, share this video with your friends, family, social media. There's a share button down below. Subscribe down below, hit the like button down below, the thumbs up button. Other than that, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and leave your comments, questions, feedback down below. That's about it. Enjoy, and catch you again later in the